Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I do another cleaning video and I decided before we move on to the next console, let's clean the controllers of the two consoles I did so far. Today I do the N64 controller and open it up. As always, separate the plastic from the circuit parts and I'll show you how you can do that. Just as a little bonus, I will also throw in and open up the controller pack. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the N64 controller. Let's actually start with the controller pack as it's very easy. It has two game bit screws. The normal controller you will see in a few minutes just has normal Phillips head screws, but the controller pack has actually two game bit screws, so we need our special screwdriver. As I said in the previous videos, you can get those for cheap on eBay or something like that. I also use again my trusty ice cube tray to sort the screws. Second screw, and now you need to slide the lid downwards, and then you can take the top off, and here you have the inside of the controller pack. It's not dirty very much. Just use some compressed air. Battery looks all right. I also have the little brush here for if compressed air can't get rid of all the dust. I think this is a brush of my old electric razor. And for the contacts, we can use a Q-tip and some window cleaning solution. Just a little bit and go over the contact here. Other side as well. I don't know if I can see that, but there is some dirt coming off. And use the other side of the Q-tip to dry it. Okay. I don't plan to use it immediately, and the plastic is not dirty at all. So I will put it together immediately again. If you want, of course, to clean the plastic under the sink, use leave it apart and collect the plastic pieces with the pieces of the controller. And so put the screws back in. I think I mentioned in the previous video, in the video of the N64, uh, my consoles aren't that dirty. So, but if you get a console from eBay or from the flea market, it can get, especially with the controllers, because there's a lot of skin in there and stuff. So you might want to consider to wear rubber gloves. You can also get those for cheap on Amazon. Okay, now the controller. Let's see. If you have problems with a controller, it usually and the N64 is because of the thumbstick. You can see mine moves a little bit. It has a dead zone, and when we have opened it up, I'll show you the reason for that. And it's actually Okay, I talk about this when we have opened it up. Um, Turn it around, and there are a lot of screws, as usual with Nintendo stuff. There is one, two, three, one, two, three on the right and the left, one down here, and there is actually two smaller ones inside the controller pack port. So let's get those all out. These are all standard Phillips head screws. Okay, the screws are all out. Be aware that the two screws inside this port have a different size. They are thinner than the other ones. So I use a separate area in my ice cube tray. And now the back piece should come right off. Yes. Here's the back piece. And we need to get the C button out. Push it through like this, like that. And then you can see you can pull it out, but you have to be very gently because, of course, this is old plastic and this is a very thin part. But if you're gentle, you can get it out. And now we have just the back piece. It's just a piece of plastic. As always, we collect the plastic pieces and for cleaning them later under the sink. Now this part. First, get the shoulder buttons out. You can just pull those out. And also this part. Okay, can't see that. You can pull it up, and there's a rubbery thing on top. On the other side as well. Get those off. Now we can't get the circuit out yet. Get out the cable, like so. And now there are more screws, of course. There's one here. You see that on the black plastic piece, one here, one down here, and one on the right. The black one here in the middle, we'll deal with that later. Just get the brass colored ones out. Okay, the screws are out. There is one more thing. This is your Z button, and it's the circuit for the C button is being held by. Am I? Oh, I actually just noticed there should be by this black plastic piece, and there should be on one on the other side here as well, but it seems to have broken off somehow. But we need to get this out like that. You can take the rubbery thing off again. And now the circuit board still will not come out. it is plugged in, the stick is plugged into the controller board here with this uh, blue plug, and you have to gently get it out. Use your fingernails, or maybe we can apply a little force with the screwdriver. Seems that I put it in too hard last time I opened this thing up. But just use your thumbnail and it should come out. Yes, now I have it. Yes, it's out now. And now the whole board should come out. And the stick. Here we have the board. Put it aside for now. And here we have the front plastic piece. Again, those rubbery things you can just pull off. The start button here in the middle. Now we have the buttons here and just get all those buttons out. Now we are at the front plastic piece. And of course the buttons. As always, collect all the plastic pieces, go to the sink, wash them with soapy water. I have a new brush for scrubbing off the plastic. And here on the inside, with the lots of different shapes, I recommend using an old toothbrush. Again, wash all with soapy water and then let it sit somewhere, let it air dry for at least a day. Uh, you don't want to put the console back to the controller back together when there is water in there. So before you put it back together, be sure it's absolutely 100% dry. Okay, let's look at the circuit board. We can use compressed air with that. Get some dust off in the controller port, in the controller pack port or rumble port. And I don't know if you can see that there, it doesn't seem to be dirty at all. As with the consoles before, if you have some dirt on there, you can use on the sides, you can use a little bit of cleaning solution. If there, let's say there is some dirt or on directly on the chips, I actually don't recommend using this cleaning solution. Um, maybe for that you should get uh, pure alcohol. Okay, and now the difficult part. This thing. If you have problems with the thumbstick, I actually don't recommend opening this up at all because um, you can buy spare parts for this whole thing. You can buy on eBay for cheap. So there is no reason to open this up at all because the damage, if your thumbstick is loose or doesn't work properly anymore, you can't actually fix that. That's simply the material. The plastic is damaged in there from heavy use, and that's what makes the thumbstick work correctly. And because it's just plastic damage, you can't actually repair this anyway. So I will open it up for you guys now, but as I said, I don't actually recommend doing that. Just get a new thumbstick. There is one screw. That's the black one we ignored before, down here. Let's get this out. There is a spring in there, so you need to be careful that this whole thing does not fly away. I won't come out. You can see it already opens up automatically. Okay, here is the screw. And you need to unlock it here on both sides. Again, best with your thumbnail. Here you have the stick opened up. Sides. You can see, you can also, if you want to, you can also buy just this plastic parts on eBay. But I think there is no reason just to get the insides and not just get a whole new thumbstick. And you can already, I don't know how you can see that on camera, but there is some white powder in here. That's that's all plastic, scrubbed off plastic, as I should say. And also this black piece where the thumbstick moves in is is already widened. As I said, it's plastic damage. You can't repair this. And yeah. So now that I've showed you guys, just put it back together. There's something wrong now. You can see the stick is pointing upwards. Which is so. Yeah. No, it's okay. And you have to hold it together manually because the screw is not in. So let's quickly get the screw back in. Okay. Okay, now we wait till the plastic is dry. And as I said, at least one day. Okay. My plastic is now completely dry. It was out for 2 days. And we put this thing back together. First, we need the front piece and the buttons. Put in the D-pad. There is for these buttons there you don't have to be concerned to do anything wrong. These buttons all will just fit one way, so you can't actually make any mistakes here. This is this button, the A button, this is the start button. This is this button. Okay, buttons are all in. Then the rubbery things, Should also be self-explanatory how they fit. And this is for the D-pad. This one for the start button. Okay. Now we put this part aside for the moment. And we need to get the circuit board. Okay. Back in. First we need to attach the stick. Plug the stick in. Should not be a problem. Just went right in. And this part, where the C button will be, there is this rubbery thing we need to put on top. Now we need to. It does not. Why does it not fit? The rubbery thing is on correctly. Now we need to, as I said, when I dismantled it, there are usually two black of these prongs. You have to get it in there, but in my case, one broke off. So I just have to deal with one. Excuse me, it's difficult to show because it's such a. Now it's in. Then get the front piece here, and you can align it by the buttons and by the D-pad, but it should sink right into place. Other side looks perfectly fine. The cable's getting in the way. Okay, let's fix the thumbstick with the three brass colored screws. One, two, and the thumbstick is in. The whole thing is a lot sturdier and doesn't fall apart all the time. The third screw down here. Okay, next thing is need to get the cable back into place. I think it's like you have to align it between these plastic parts like that. Now the L and R buttons, we need to get the rubbery things back on. Again, they just fit one way. So you can see there's a little rounded shape up here, and on the rubbery thing there is also a rounded shape, and you need to just align that correctly. And put it back inside the place that's designed for it. It Other side as well. Here we go. Oh, this side is not in correctly. No. Then we have the shoulder buttons. This is L. There is a hole here where the button needs to fit in. One, where's the other one? Here. Same here. Lie down for a moment because in the back piece we need to get the C button in first. Let's see. Again, be very gentle with this because it's a very thin part of plastic. Just align it with those prongs here, here and here, and you need to just gently push it in. It's in, and then push it through to the other side, like that. And now we can finally can put it together. Oh, I accidentally pushed out the R button. Okay. Now just put this thing on top, align it, and should fit back together. Yes, everything in the correct place. And now we need to put the screws back in. As I mentioned before, there are two thinner ones that go beside the memory card port. Okay, now we have back together. Looks quite nice. All the hand sweat and skin is gone. And if my thumbstick actually is working still fine, it was better when it was new, of course, but it works okay. As I said, just get a new spare part out of eBay and change the thumbstick if you have problems. I will not polish these controllers like I do with the consoles because it doesn't feel very good on your hands. And okay, so here is the controller, here is the controller pack, and that's the end of the video. Okay, this was the cleaning of the N64 controller. I think it looks quite good. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave me a comment, like the video, and consider subscribing to the channel. I will see you guys soon. Bye.